The Amazon FBA revenue calculator or softwares like BuyBot Pro are the key to success with actually knowing your numbers and seeing if a product is going to make you money or lose you money for Amazon FBA. What's up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be going over exactly how to use the Amazon FBA revenue calculator as well as BuyBot Pro to determine whether or not a product is actually going to make money long term. So that way you understand the fees and charges that are going on with your Amazon FBA business. It is not just the Amazon sale price minus the 15% referral fee and the FBA fee that make money or matter within your business. You have to take into account how much it's going to cost you per pound to ship the item. How long is the item going to sit in storage and collect storage fees? Different things like that. Are you using a prep center, which I do recommend for most sellers that are just getting started or looking to scale their business if they don't want to get a warehouse? You need to know what your numbers are before you actually buy the items. That way you understand what's going on so you don't lose money before you even buy the products. This is not even taking into account the fact that you might lose money based off of the Keepa chart and not knowing how to read it. So we're going to jump inside my computer and I'm going to show you two of the best options to decide whether or not an item makes money or whether or not the fees make sense using the Amazon FBA revenue calculator that is free, or my favorite software, BuyBot Pro, to determine whether or not we can actually make money with certain products and different ASINs and determine whether or not a product is a good buy. So now that we're inside my computer, I actually have pulled up a Amazon listing. And if you guys recognize this and you bought the item, I'm sorry. This is one of those things that a lot of people actually lost a lot of money on because the company oversold to Amazon sellers and all you guys thought you were getting, brand direct inventory, which wasn't really the case. And if it did happen to you, I'm sorry. Cut your losses and move on. And if you know what I'm talking about, great. I really am sorry about this product. I wasn't actually involved in this. I just know based off of a couple of our students that this was something that they lost a lot of money on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. And if you're looking for brand direct inventory, make sure before you actually buy a brand that it's not super accessible and you actually landed the account because of your negotiation, not just because you got lucky. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the ASIN from the title and we're actually going to paste it in the Amazon FBA revenue calculator. So literally just type it on Google, Amazon FBA revenue calculator, and pull up the link from Seller Central. You can log in or you don't have to log in, and then you'll be able to see what's going on here. Now, if we scroll down, we're looking on the left side for Amazon fulfillment. And now it says it's selling for $68. That might be true, although I highly doubt it. $39.50 is more so the price that we should be looking at. And so let's say it's trending. It doesn't really matter for the sake of example. Let's say it's trending for $39.50 and the buy box is at $39.50 right now. Now we're looking at fees. So our Amazon referral fee is actually $5.93. What this is just a 15% calculation. So if we type into our calculator, $39.50 minus 15% is $592.5. So $5.93 referral fee, $5.93. Now you're charged a fixed closing fee, and it doesn't have in here your variable closing fee. So we can just see that basically off the top, every single item that you sell on Amazon.com, you're going to pay 15% in referral fees. And that's basically Amazon's fee for referring you the sale. You sold it on their platform. They take 15% off the top. That's that. Now, what we're talking about in this video is that we're doing a lot of FBA. So now we're paying Amazon to ship our items for us, to store items for us, to handle customer service for us, to handle returns for us, basically to take a lot of the legwork and logistics off of us after it leaves our hands, our prep center hands, our warehouse's hands, etc. Now, if we scroll down here, there's different storage costs that are involved. And basically we're saying that average inventory units stored, let's say we just have 1 unit stored and we have 1 unit stored per month. So it's estimating that we have 13 cents in storage fees. Storage fees are something that a lot of you guys actually emphasize and ask a lot of questions on, which I understand why, but in our knowledge, I don't think I've ever spent more than $1,000 a month or maybe a little more on storage fees. And I've had upwards of $250,000 worth of shoes in Amazon at one given time. And that our storage fee during that was like $300, even peak season. So a lot of times storage fees are kind of BS. They're a really small price to pay in exchange for what you get if you like the FBA model and don't want to deal with FBM. If you're like me, I'm not a big FBM fan, so we're just going to leave that there. Now, the next fee that we see is actually the fulfillment cost fee, and that's what we can add different things on. If we needed Amazon to bubble wrap, bag, label, tape, which you're not going to want to do because it's going to be cheaper from a prep center. Like if you used us for a single product like this, you would be paying anywhere from $85 to $1.05 depending on your volume with us. So it's going to be a lot cheaper than any of Amazon's options besides if you were just labeling. But The thing is, then you have no control over where your inventory is going and stuff like that. So, and their times are really slow. So you're most likely, a lot of you are recommended to use a prep center, and you'll still be able to make money with items like this anyway. And then the fulfillment costs, or the FBA fees, are $5.99 for this product. So we started out with our original $39.50. Then we have subtraction of $5.93 for the referral fee. We have an additional 99 cents for the fixed closing fee. And then we have an additional $5.99 for FBA fees for Amazon to pack and ship the item to the customer, which is a lot cheaper than you would pay shipping the item to yourself anyway, and you'd still have to pay the referral fee. So FBA a lot of times is cheaper than FBM, depending on what the item is. Like, this is a heavy item. It's like a couple pounds of protein. You're not going to ship that for under $5 or under $6 on your own. Anyway, if we scroll down, now there's a couple other fees that you're going to have to put in here. So we need to actually know the weight of this item. So we're going to look on Amazon just for the weight of the item real quick. It's 18.4 ounces. So 18.4, right? Let's see. That's like 1.5 pounds. So in shipping, we're going to pay, if you're paying SPD shipping costs, you're going to pay anywhere from 25 to 40 cents a pound. So in this case, it would be on the upwards of anywhere from like 30 to 50 cents per item-ish. So we're going to want to put miscellaneous costs of, let's say 40 cents to be in the middle. And then we would have to enter our cost of goods sold. So that's shipping into Amazon. And if you're using pallets, you could probably estimate anywhere between 10 to 15 cents a pound. It's a lot cheaper because you could put up to 1,500 pounds on a pallet. You could put a lot of these and ship it for like $100. For us, sometimes we're paying as low as 55 pounds per pallet. So if we could fit 1,000 of these on a pallet, because that would be under 1,500 pounds, we would pay a really, really small shipping cost. It would be like, let's just calculate that out. If we could fit 1,000, let's say we were paying 55 pounds, $55 for the pallet divided by 1,000, we'd pay 5 cents a unit, or let's just say, for the guys that are going to comment and say we're wrong, 6 cents a unit. So those are going to vary depending on your volume. Now, if we were going to do the same thing in BuyBot Pro, these are how I have my settings set up. I have an 84-cent prep fee, which is what I essentially bake in there just so it's extra money. And then I have a 45-cent bundle fee. In this case, it's actually not going to be a bundle. And then we bake in 14 cents in shipping costs, because although it could be cheaper in a lot of instances, I want to overestimate just to make sure. And these are the things that you want to do. You want to overestimate when you're using these revenue calculators. That way you really know what your numbers are before you actually buy the product, and you know you have a lot of room. And then when you pair that with the Keepa chart, you're giving yourself a really good chance of success before you actually purchase the item, of whether or not it's going to actually make you money for your business. And then finally, we put a 3% credit card fee in there as well, just as like a little extra in case we do use a credit card to pay from a distributor. That's pretty standard for them to charge you for the credit card fee. And that's really it. And that's how we use the calculator. With that being said, these calculators allow you to really know what you're going to net based off different sale prices. And remember, if you change the sale price around, that's going to change your calculator too, in terms of what your fulfillment fee is, what your revenue fee is, or your referral fee is, and things like that. So you want to make sure you pair these calculators with Keepa and BuyBot Pro's charts to ensure that you're finding the best numbers before your product, before you actually purchase it, to ensure that you're actually making money on your inventory on its way into Amazon and on its way out when you sell it. So that way, if the price does tank and if the things change up, or if you pay more for shipping, you're covered, or at least you could break even or just lose a little bit of money. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed about how to make sure you know your numbers before you actually purchase inventory for Amazon FBA, and how to use the calculators, both the free one that Amazon provides, as well as my favorite software, BuyBot Pro, in order to ensure that you're actually going to be able to make money for your business. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you for your business.